I'm Michelle Rook. Clinton has the day off. We begin with the latest on President Trump's reciprocal tariffs and their impact, with China hitting back with countermeasures of its own. Beijing announcing on Friday a 34% tariff on all U.S. goods. The country's finance ministry saying the additional tariffs would be imposed starting this Thursday. Now, it comes after President Trump last week hit China with the 34% tariff. That's on top of the 20% in duties he imposed earlier this year. And ag trade between the two countries also took another blow, with Chinese customs imposing an immediate suspension on imports of sorghum from one U.S. grain exporter. It also blocked imports of poultry and bone meal from 3 U.S. firms. The U.S. ag markets that are most heavily impacted by the China retaliatory tariffs are pork and soybeans, and both traded sharply lower in response on Friday. China currently buys little, if any, U.S. corn and wheat, and they've already purchased most of the soybeans they'll buy from the U.S. for this marketing year. And they've seasonally shifted purchases to South America. However, there's fear about future business with the top U.S. soybean export customer and the possibility of cancellations, plus another trade war that could cause the U.S. to lose more market share to South America.
What happened the last time we were in a trade war with China, and the reality of that was that we were exporting 1/3 of the U.S. soybean crop to China before the previous trade war. Last marketing year, we exported about 24% of our production. There's a 9% gap in U.S. soybean production that's never been gained back in exports to China, and we're gravely concerned of a similar result this time.
So they're encouraging the administration to use these and other tariffs as means to strike new trade deals.
Particularly with China, they're such a major customer. I mean, they import more U.S. soybeans than all of our other international customers combined.
China has been stockpiling South American soybeans in preparation for a trade war with the U.S., according to new intel from Terrain. And check out these numbers from the U.S. Meat Export Federation. Officials telling us once the additional duties from China are implemented, U.S. pork and pork variety meats will be subject to an 81% tariff. Beef and beef variety meat will be at a 56% duty. They say these rates represent the sum total of Beijing's 12% most favored nation tariff, along with previous retaliatory tariffs and now the new ones.